Hey everyone, guess what we're making today? So, to make Nikki's original fat ass cakes, we're going to start with a bowl and a whisk, another bowl for the dry ingredients, silk almond milk, vanilla extract, apple cider vinegar, and now we're going to get started. So, this is for 8 to 10 cakes for the whole bag. I am making half the bag, so I'm cutting all my ingredients in half. Let's start. Step 1. You're going to start with your wet ingredients. So we're going to use the apple cider vinegar, and we're going to measure that out in a tablespoon because I'm cutting the recipe in half. Next, we are going to get our vanilla extract. Look at me eyeballing things. Next, we're going to use our almond milk. And one thing I totally forgot about is we are in high altitude. I filmed this in Lake Tahoe, over 6,000 feet above sea level. Measuring out our almond milk. And we're going to mix up our wet ingredients. And after we combine them, we are going to let them sit for 5 minutes. Next, we're on to step 2, which is the dry ingredients. So, like I said, I'm just going to eyeball this, and I'm going to do half of the package because I'm learning to do things and not mess up the whole package. So I'm just doing half, eyeballing it here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. I think that's about half. Let's shake a little more in there. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Next, we are going to whisk in the wet ingredients. Here we go. And once we whisk in the wet ingredients, we're going to let it sit again for another 5 minutes. Your phone timer, the microwave timer, whatever timer you want to use is really useful for this. And we're going to whisk together. Make sure you follow the directions. It says whisk, whoops, and not stir. Scrape the edges as needed. And we're going to keep going until we get it just right. Obviously, it's getting stuck within the whisk pieces. Whoops. And so we're just going to do it to the best of our abilities and let it rest for 5. Now it has, look how fluffy and cute it is. Next, it's time for our favorite part, putting it in the pan. So I'm going to use a wooden spoon and kind of just like lay it in the pan like that. It's nice and hot. I can't believe how fluffy it is, and I think that's what makes it such fat ass cakes. Remember, my recipe was a little weird because I'm doing this at a high altitude, and sometimes you need different amounts of wet ingredients for high altitude cooking. Something I didn't plan on. I just wanted some bomb Nikki's fat ass cakes in Lake Tahoe. Here we go. This is the taste test. It was so good. Like I said, crunchy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. And look at that drip. Look at that drip. I recommend date syrup, agave, whatever you want to use. I highly recommend them. 12 out of 10. Love them, love them, love them.